very good morning to you. Happy Saturday. Here we are again in Proverbs. Proverbs 3, these very famous verses. And not for no reason are they famous. You know, these are verses that have weighed heavily on many a person's heart, mine included. And when it talks about heart, it's talking about emotions and decision-making part of us. And here we are in verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight. That is so important, you know. We are fallible. There's an awful lot about us that is fallible. Our thinking is often fallible. We can't really trust our own judgment. And yet we trust our judgment in everyday things, when everyday affairs of life, we do. But it's another way of looking at how we assess what is important in our lives. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. It's an all or nothing thing, this commitment to God. It's all or nothing. When you read in the early chapters of Revelation, God saying to the people in a church, you're lukewarm. I wish you were either hot or cold, but you're lukewarm. And God forbid that any of us be accused of being lukewarm in our following of him. So we need to be wholeheartedly. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not to rely on your own insight, or lean not on your own understanding, which is what the Authorized Version said. We understand the world around us, we understand things, but our understanding is limited. It's limited by our humanity, by our life experience, by our personality. But God's understanding and knowledge is far beyond ours. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Jesus echoed these things in so many of the illustrations in his parables. You think about when he told us not to worry about food or drink or clothing or all the everyday needs of life. Why did he say that? He said, because my Father in heaven, your Father in heaven, knows what you need, and he will provide it for you. You haven't got to worry. Worry is, so many of our physical diseases are connected with worry and anxiety and stress. And the reason that happens is because God did not design our bodies to bear the kind of stress and worry we put them through. It's a very interesting thing. There are two people in my small circle of friends and family who have had to deal with very stressful situations for a number of years. And not only has their sleep pattern been disrupted because of the stress and anxiety, but their body has reflected. Both of them had problems with the joints in their hands and feet and legs as a result of stress. And for another person that I knew, the distress that she was under led to diverticulitis, so that many foods were not tolerated by her body. But once she was out of that stressful situation, over a number of years, the body recovered, and she's now able to eat anything she likes. So our bodies are not designed to carry stress and anxiety and worry. God didn't make them that way. He wants to carry the worry and the distress for us. And therefore, if we have less stress, if we trust God, when we don't know what to do, we don't know the answer, we don't know how to deal with the situation, we lay it before him and we listen for him, and we don't act in response to our understanding. We act in response to his knowledge It's a wonderful verse. If you don't know it by heart, know it by heart. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. As we acknowledge him, as we put him first in every situation, he will make sure that the path we follow is straight, is the way he has predetermined that we should go. It is the way that is best for us, the way that he wants us to go. He will make them straight, not crooked and difficult to follow, but straight, and he'll bless us and he'll lead us in the way that we should go. So, my thoughts for the day, I know we're on the same subject, but it doesn't matter how many times we think about this. The more that we follow him, the more that we trust him, the better it will be for us. So, however much you trust God, you can trust him more than you do today. Let's pray today that God will help us to trust him in every circumstance more than we do now. Have a great day. Be very blessed. Bye-bye.